best way to check exposure if you don't have a flip screen, of course. Anyway, this is Carsonist from Creationist. Just look at this beautiful, beautiful lens I got on right now. Sadly, it is not mine. I'm about to return it, as well as give footage to my colleague Robert, who I've been shooting, well, second shooting weddings for. So let's hop on to it. So this is the Sony G Master 16-35, and if you know what this lens is, you probably are wondering why would I even consider a $2,300 lens. And that's because I believe in the mindset that you gotta spend money to make money. And for the work that I do, considering I do mostly real estate, video and photo, as well as recently the weddings, I only shoot ultra wide, and having an f2.8 and the iris being as open as it is pretty crucial. Now I could just bump up the ISO in those low light situations because this camera can definitely handle it. Not as much as the A7 III, but the R3 is still great performance. But I think I'm gonna actually get rid of this camera because the A7 III just makes a little more sense. Technically, I would be downgrading, but in reality, for videography, I would only be upgrading. And having the f2.8 16-35 G Master is just gonna be a killer combo with the A7 III. Not only am I going to be getting amazing performance because of the lens itself, but having a native Sony lens is pretty essential if I want to use any autofocus at all. And I've been using an adapter, the Canon, for quite some time now, and I'm getting quite tired of using an adapter. I can occasionally rely on the autofocus, but it's just not feasible. For the work that I do, especially if I'm trying to vlog as well, I can't rely on manual focus all the time. So that's that. We will see what happens in the next few weeks or so. I am trying to sell my A7R III. I've had a couple bites, but nothing too crazy. I'm actually having this like old man staring at me. I'm trying to be safe. I know I shouldn't be vlogging while I drive, but this drive to Robert's house is actually super quick. He lives only about 5 minutes away from me, so dropping off this footage for 2 weddings is gonna be nice because I can finally have my SD cards free. I like to keep all of the footage on the SD cards. I did move them to an SSD just in case, but it's always good to have it straight from the SD card, just in case during the moving process of transferring files, if you moved over and they became corrupted on, say, a flash drive or external hard drive, and then you go to copy that over to another drive, you're just copying messed up, corrupted footage. So I always want to make sure to use the SD cards, and I'm sure he's going to appreciate that because accuracy is much higher. But yeah, almost there. I will see y'all then. Now, with downgrading my camera and upgrading the lens, I'm actually gonna have to get another ND filter because this guy's an 82mm. I got a 77 because I thought that was the biggest at the time. Obviously, I did not think big enough. Wait a minute. Hello.
What up?
Nah, not today, bro.
Not today.
My house is messy.
Let's show it off.
It's terrible. There's just boxes everywhere. Everything's kind of crazy.
Good boy.
Oh. I think it's the camera.
Hey, buddy. It's just the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Okay.
And then let me dump real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in the middle of the video. There's like almost a week behind right now. So I'm trying to hurry and get it done today because I gotta get prepared for the interview tomorrow.
Oh, interview.
I got a lot.
Gotcha. Hey, buddy. I'm at upwards. That way we don't get any of the stuff. I can finally take advantage of the f2.8 in here. I really need an ND filter.